Hi there, big boys, and welcome to my review of EXORDER. I think that's how it's pronounced, for Nintendo Switch. This is a game I'm not really a big fan of, to be honest. It plays a bit like Fire Emblem, it's a top-down, turn-based strategy game, so in the vein of that, or War Groove, or Advance Wars, all that style, but not very good, basically. I can only give it a bit of a benefit of doubt, because it is an indie game made by only 3 developers, and it's quite ambitious for that, in that way, but I just don't think the game's very fun, to be honest, and I'll get to why. So, the difference of this game, which makes, well, I say the difference, this is sort of the main point of the game, is it's quite generic, really. But, yeah, you can take buildings, and, like, you can overtake them, and you get coins, which you can then spend to create new units, so that's good. There's no upgrades or anything like that. You get new units over the course of the game, but still. It plays more like a puzzle game than a strategy game, though, because it's really hard. It's super hard, and one mistake pretty much forces you to start again, which is really annoying. And since each level takes a good half an hour on average, this can be really annoying. In fact, level 2 alone took me far too many tries to complete. And admittedly, I'm not very good at these sort of games, as you probably saw if you saw me play Wargroove on YouTube. Regardless, I feel like, come on, like, that's a bit ridiculous for level 2 of 12, I believe, which isn't actually that many. But still, each level takes you a while, to be fair. So, yeah, not too bad. And with these sort of games, the campaign's not normally the focus anyway. The controls are quite finicky. You can target the enemies by using the left stick, and also control which enemy you're what's I'm trying to say. Change who you're controlling using the left stick to like focus on the one you want. Except the problem is if they're like, even slightly behind a bit of the environment, you have to use the right stick to sort of target it exactly, because right stick sort of moves it smoothly rather than just going on to whichever is the next one, which is really annoying. I don't know why I did that. It's some sort of raycasting issue, I assume, but yeah, that's a bit of a problem, especially since in level 2 there's a lot of the times where I'm trying to shoot an enemy but they're just behind like a tree, and the tree would mean that they wouldn't be attacked. It was a bit dumb. What was the other thing I was going to say? Yeah, because of the whole, I wanted to find a way to make it so you could actually go, because you know how you can go between each character, much like in Fire Emblem, there's a little button which goes, oh, there's the next character, oh, there's the next character, just by pressing a little button, and just goes straight to them. You know what the sort of the analog stick in this game sort of does, except for the fact that sometimes it seemed to move the enemies even if I wasn't like trying. I obviously wasn't playing as the enemies, and I wasn't trying to fight the enemies, so I don't know why I did that. And also there was times where I just like to see like a little number saying how many, because I think there was times where I accidentally forgot to use one, stuff like that. All the units have different abilities, unique abilities, like one of them can push these guys along and stuff like that, one of them can go up to houses and take them over, and one of them can like create clones of people. All nice, I suppose, yeah, I don't know. But the game's just so hard, there's no difficulty settings, and the game's so overly punishing, it's just, oh, it's really annoying. Really annoying, there's no undo function either, so if you make a mistake, you're screwed. The game seems to have decent enough story, lots of text dumps which people might enjoy, in-game dialogue as well once you do certain stuff, but you know, it's a bit weird as well. Every time you beat a level you get a prologue and a epilogue, which seemed a bit of an odd way of doing it. I'm like, but I don't know. Oh well, yeah, so that's the thing. I don't really pay that much attention to the story, but it's there, I suppose, if you're into that sort of stuff. And the graphics are quite colourful and pretty, they're quite nice. Runs at 30 FPS though, which is a shame. Again, for a game like this, it doesn't really matter that much, but still, it's something to keep in mind. And the graphics do look quite cute, to be fair. And especially the trees, when you go in the trees, they sort of get small again, it's quite cute. Yeah, so I haven't beat the game, to be honest, 'cause it's too hard, and I've given up on the game, but I feel like I played enough to know my opinion on the game. There's also other other content outside the campaign. There's online and local multiplayer, which is nice. Everyone likes a good bit of that. And there's a skirmish mode, it's basically just randomly generated levels. You know how skirmish works. Well, not really randomly generated, but in a map, which then you can specify how many enemies there are, that sort of thing. That's good. And there's a challenge mode, which is basically the campaign, but sort of harder, from what I can imagine, which already sounds ridiculous. But I mean, they're custom levels, so it's not too bad. It's pretty good. So there's a decent amount of content for the price you're getting here. I just don't think the actual core gameplay is particularly fun or interesting, and especially I think the game's far too hard for what it is, and it's a shame. It's a shame. If the game had was a bit easier, I feel like maybe I would enjoy the game a lot more. But It's too hard, and I just don't think this game is particularly good at what it's trying to do. It's just a bit generic and boring. But it's not awful, and if you like these sort of games, this might be alright for you, especially if you're a bit of a you know, I don't say the word novice, sort of, you know, you've played a lot of these games, you know what you're doing. Then maybe you'd be alright with this. Maybe you'd be a bit more skilled. Maybe you'd be alright. But regardless, that is EXORDER for Nintendo Switch. You can also get it on Steam and other places. So yeah, thanks for watching, big boys. See you at some point in time, and bye.